The story of Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock is one of the most enduring mysteries of Hollywood, a narrative that stretches across 3 decades and remains as captivating today as it was when they first shared the screen. It all began on the set of a high-octane action film that nobody expected to become a cultural phenomenon, yet it was there, amidst the controlled chaos of a runaway bus, that a connection was forged that would transcend the typical professional relationship. At the time, Keanu was already a rising star known for his intensity and enigmatic presence, while Sandra was the relative newcomer who would soon become America's sweetheart. Their chemistry was immediate and palpable, a lightning-in-a-bottle moment that the cameras captured effortlessly, leading the world to believe that a real-life romance was inevitable. However, as the years rolled on and both went through various high-profile relationships, marriages, and personal tragedies, they remained steadfastly by each other's side, not as lovers, but as the most devoted of friends. This bond has sparked endless speculation and fan theories, with many wondering how two people who admitted to having massive crushes on each other during filming managed to keep their relationship strictly platonic for 30 years. When we look back at the filming of Speed, the anecdotes from the set reveal a tenderness that went far beyond what was required for their roles as Jack and Annie. Sandra has famously recalled how Keanu would listen to her in a way few people did, once showing up at her house with champagne and truffles just because she mentioned she had never tried them. He didn't make a move or try to turn it into a date, he simply wanted to fulfill a small wish for a friend. This gesture is classic Keanu, a man whose reputation for kindness is legendary, but it also highlights the unique dynamic they shared from the very beginning. They were each other's safe harbor in the storm of sudden, overwhelming fame. While the media was desperate to link them romantically, they were busy building a foundation of trust that would withstand the pressures of the industry. The truth is that they were both navigating their own paths, yet they always seemed to find their way back to one another when it mattered most, creating a support system that is incredibly rare in the fickle world of celebrity. The missed timing of their potential romance is perhaps the most bittersweet aspect of their history, a series of what-ifs that continue to haunt their fans. Sandra Bullock eventually confessed on a talk show decades later that she had a major crush on Keanu during their first film together, admitting that his presence made it difficult for her to be serious. In a surprising twist, Keanu later revealed on the same stage that he had also been harboring feelings for her at the time, but neither had ever voiced it to the other. This revelation sent shockwaves through the internet, as it confirmed what everyone had suspected for years: the love was real, it was mutual, and yet it remained unconsummated. Some argue that this restraint is exactly why their friendship has lasted so long, as they avoided the inevitable Hollywood breakup that claims so many star-studded couples. By choosing to prioritize their friendship over a fleeting romance, they preserved a connection that has arguably become deeper and more meaningful than any traditional relationship could have been. Throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, as Keanu dealt with unimaginable personal loss, including the death of his best friend River Phoenix and the tragic passing of his partner and child, Sandra remained a constant, quiet source of strength. She respected his need for privacy and solitude, yet she was always there when he decided to step back into the light. Their reunion in the film The Lake House was a gift to fans who had waited 12 years to see them together again, and even though the movie was a quiet romantic drama rather than an action blockbuster, the spark was still very much alive. You could see it in the way they looked at each other during press junkets and the way they laughed at inside jokes that only they understood. It was clear that the passage of time had only strengthened their affinity, turning a youthful attraction into a mature, unwavering devotion. They had grown up together in the public eye, moving from the breathless energy of their 20s into the more reflective stages of their careers, all while keeping their special pact intact. In recent years, as Keanu has experienced a massive career resurgence with the John Wick franchise and regained his status as the internet's favorite person, Sandra has often been the one to speak most eloquently about his character. She describes him as a listener and someone who cares deeply about the people in his life, often going to great lengths to make them feel seen. This mutual respect is the cornerstone of their 30-year journey. Even now, with Sandra taking a break from acting to focus on her family and Keanu continuing his work, they speak of each other with a warmth that is truly touching. They have navigated the complexities of Hollywood without ever letting a scandal or a rumor come between them. Their story teaches us that sometimes, the most profound love isn't the one that ends in a wedding or a headline-grabbing romance, but the one that persists through the decades as a quiet, unbreakable promise to always be there. The hidden truth of their friendship is that it wasn't hidden at all, it was simply too pure for a world obsessed with drama and sensationalism to fully comprehend. They chose a different path, one characterized by champagne and truffles, shared secrets, and a mutual understanding that some bonds are too precious to risk on the uncertainties of dating. As they reach the 30-year mark since they first met on that bus, their relationship stands as a testament to the power of platonic love and the idea that a soulmate doesn't always have to be a romantic partner. They are each other's person in every sense of the word, providing a blueprint for how to maintain a genuine connection in an environment that often feels artificial. Whether they ever decide to take that final step into a romantic relationship or remain as they are, the legacy of Keanu and Sandra will always be defined by the incredible, unspoken bond that started with a simple action movie and turned into a lifetime of loyalty. Looking toward the future, the world continues to hope for one more collaboration, one more moment where we can see these two icons together again. But even if they never share the screen again, the impact of their friendship is already etched into Hollywood history. They have shown that you can be successful, famous, and deeply connected to another person without losing yourself or your integrity. The way they protect each other and celebrate each other's successes is a rare sight, and it reminds us all of the importance of finding someone who truly understands your soul. Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves may have missed their window for a 90s romance, but they gained something far more valuable, a 30-year history of unconditional support and a friendship that is, in many ways, the greatest love story Hollywood has ever produced. Their journey is a reminder that the best things in life often come from the connections we nurture with patience and respect, proving that some truths are better lived than told.